Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I'm just doing a quick recording in advance of the non-farm payroll figures coming out today, Friday. So it's 4 minutes to 1:30 when the news is going to come out. So effectively this is always a volatile time. Price could do anything it likes. It could literally bounce up, bounce down, and this afternoon can go anywhere it wants to. So part of trading with FTMO is they put a limit on not placing any orders 2 minutes before news announcements and 2 minutes after. So essentially this is classed as a critical news announcement. It's probably one of the biggest ones in the calendar each month. So if we just take a quick look at Forex Factory. So last month there were 49,000 jobs created in that month. And the expectation is we're going to get 197,000 coming through today. Now, given that we're still in a global pandemic, will we hit that figure? I'm not too sure. I think there's definitely going to be an increase on the January announcement of 49,000, but whether we can breach through 197, I really don't know. I'm very undecided on that one right now. So if the figures generally come out and are a bit short of the 197, that could be seen that the US economy is not doing as well as it should, and we'll start to see some big price spikes. Now, if we look at what's been happening in the indices today, this is just on the FTSE. As we can see, there was a big sell-off over the end of yesterday, all the way down to 6550. It's been bouncing, so it's pretty much from that low, it's come up at nearly 100 points. And as always, in the run-up to these big news announcements, it tends to go sideways very much with no clear direction. That's another good reason not to trade on this particular day for non-farm payroll. So what I've done on this demo platform, I've placed a couple of buy orders above where it might break out. In fact, I might just do another one just below and do a sell order. Okay, so the announcement's very soon going to come out. Let's just go and tile these windows. Got open here, gold, some of the markets as well as some of the Forex pairs. And they're all set to a 5-minute chart, so we should see some real spikes coming in. Now it's just time to wait. Okay, so we've got a big movement on gold coming in very quickly, as well as a spike up in, as we can see there, prices moved massively all over the place. So what was the figure? So it's massive. They put on 379,000 jobs, massively beating expectations. So you would assume, beating expectations, that would see a big price rise in equities. But FTSE hasn't done anything. And if we look here, the Dow, so the Dow Jones, we can see prices have fallen off. And this is obviously key to why you wouldn't be placing any trades around these news announcements, because there's no rationale for why it's happening. It's just completely random, and nobody has an idea of what the actual report and the numbers will come out with later as they start to be digested. For me, it looks like a very positive, far more jobs created than expected, but prices come off. Obviously, one of the biggest reactions to this was gold. You can see here gold dropped by 7 or 8 points. So if we were trading on FTMO, we're now past the window where we can now start placing trades again. Where do I think I could place some trades? It's just too random. If again, looking on some currency pairs, there's been a bit of a drop down in GBP USD, and this may well continue. It just could literally just keep falling. So the orders which I had placed just down here, which are kind of either side of the FTSE, neither of those were triggered, although we're getting very close to now. I've now just triggered this sell order just below where it was going to break out. If we got a big spike, potentially we could come take this one out. If that was a very fast move, I could have actually been put into that trade a bit earlier. So as we can see here, we got in at 54 seconds past the allowed time of, we got in 54 seconds after the FTMO rule would have passed, so we wouldn't have breached that one. But as you can see, things move so fast, so it could have been in breach. So I hope that's just a quick example of how fast things can move on non-farm payroll days, and it's always a good time, especially to avoid things. And it's just clear to see that things move so quickly, so rapidly, anything could happen for no apparent reason. I will monitor this over the rest of the afternoon. Again, I doubt we'll place any trades until probably 3-4 o'clock, once all the news has been digested by the traders in the US and they've started to get a handle on what this really means for the economy. Right then, better leave that there and come again next month.